Europe, which is nicknamed the Blue Continent, is known as a continent that has many rich and developed countries. The European continent is famous for its prosperous countries and on average have a very high per capita income. Countries such as the Netherlands, France, Italy, Germany, England and many other European countries, these countries are developed and prosperous countries and their citizens have the highest life expectancy in the world. However, on this continent there are also poor countries. However, don't equate poverty in European countries with poverty in African countries. The poverty rate of countries in Europe is not as bad as countries in Africa. Very different from poor countries in Africa where many people die of hunger. The benchmark for the prosperity and level of development of a country is seen based on the country's per capita income. The greater the per capita income of a country, the greater the level of development and average income of the population. In the following, we present the 10 poorest and developing countries on the European continent. Ukraine. The capital of this country is Kiev. Ukraine has a population of 41.74 million people. Per capita income is only $2,963, making it the poorest country in Europe today. This country's economy is heavily dependent on the food and agricultural sectors. Inflation that hit this country in 1993 made Ukraine the record holder for world inflation in one calendar year. In 1999, Ukraine's GDP fell to less than 40% of 1991. The Ukrainian economy worsened again when it was hit by the economic crisis in 2008. But even in 2014, Ukraine's GDP has not reached its historical maximum. Corruption, bureaucracy, infrastructure and transportation that have not been managed properly are some of the common problems in this country. Despite these problems, Ukraine has been successful in reducing absolute poverty and its poverty rate has decreased from 11.9% in 2000 to 2.3% in 2012. Moldova. Named capital Chisinau, is a country that emerged after the collapse of the Soviet Union. This country has a population of about 3.65 million people. The per capita income of this country is $3,217. The country experienced a considerable economic setback after the breakup of the Soviet Union. In a climate of political uncertainty and weak administrative capacity, the Moldovan economy faces energy shortages and trade barriers. Thus, the main objective of the newly formed government of Moldova is to stabilize the economy and restore the financial status of this state. Kosovo. Pristina is the capital of this country. This country, located in southeastern Europe, declared its independence on February 17, 2008, where this unilateral declaration was opposed by Serbia. Out of a population of 1.81 million people, the country's per band income is $4,403. The country is a landlocked region located in the Central Balkan Peninsula. Kosovo has a transitional economy and was formerly the poorest province in Yugoslavia. During the 1990s, a number of core economic reforms, the abolition of autonomous institutions, reduced access to external trade and finance, severely damaged Kosovo's already weak economy. After the 2008 Declaration of Independence, Kosovo's economy showed gradual improvement, but the territory's disputed status remains a barrier to its economic growth. Albania. This country has its capital in Tirana. Albania is a southeastern European country bordered by Kosovo, North Macedonia, Greece and Montenegro. It also has coastlines on the Ionian Sea and the Adriatic Sea. This country has a total population of 2.84 million people. Albanian per capita income of $5,289. Even though Albania is one of the poorest countries in Europe, the country's economy continues to grow. Since the early 1990s, the country's economy has undergone a major shift from communist-based principles to an open market economy. The country's rich natural resources have driven rapid economic development. According to data obtained from the World Bank, the level of poverty among Albanians is much higher than that of villagers. Meanwhile, in cities, around 15 to 50% of the residents are also considered poor and have low incomes. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Sarajevo is the capital and largest city of this country. Bosnia and Herzegovina is located on the Balkan Peninsula. The country is bordered by Serbia, Croatia and Montenegro. While the country was once prosperous, political unrest in the 1990s caused dramatic changes in the Bosnian economy. The country's GDP fell by 60% and the destruction of the country's physical infrastructure also destroyed its economy. Although the Bosnia and Herzegovina economy is gradually recovering, the large trade deficit and high unemployment rate of 38.7% are a cause for concern for the country. The population of this country is 3.31 million people. The per capita income of Bosnia and Herzegovina is $5,674. North Macedonia. The capital of this country is Skopje. The country gained its independence in 1991 as one of the successor states to the former Yugoslavia. North Macedonia is a landlocked country bordered by Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece and Albania. Since independence, the country has undergone dramatic economic reforms. The country has been gradually increasing its economy over the years with the policies implemented successfully by the government. Macedonia has an open economy where trade has contributed to 90% of GDP in recent years. However, despite the reforms, the country has a high unemployment rate of 27.3% in 2015 and a high poverty rate. 72% of the country's population have reported that they manage their standard of living with difficulty. North Macedonia has a population of 2.07 million. North Macedonia per capita income is $6,100. Belarus. The Republic of Belarus or Belarus is a country in Eastern Europe with a capital city called Minsk. Belarus is an Eastern European landlocked country bordered by Poland, Ukraine, Lithuania and Latvia. More than 40% of Belarus land area is covered by forests. Industry and manufacturing are the strongest sectors of the economy in the country. Like many other former Soviet republics, Belarus faced an economic crisis following the fall of the Soviet Union, and the independent Belarusian government then adopted ways to overcome the crisis. Previously, Belarus had a well-developed economy and one of the highest living standards among the Soviet republics. However, between 1991 and 1995, a severe economic crisis swept across the country. The decline in imports, investment and demand led to a decrease in domestic industrial production. Only in 1996 did the country's GDP begin to recover. Belarus has a population of 9.41 million people. The country's per capita income is $6,306. Serbia. This country has a capital called Belgrade. Serbia is located in the middle position between Southeast and Central Europe. This landlocked country is bordered by Romania, Hungary, Macedonia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Croatia and Bosnia-Herzegovina. The Serbian economy was badly affected by the 2008 global economic crisis. After experiencing 8 years of strong economic growth, the country's economy entered a recession in 2009. Negative growth rates of -3% in 2009 and -1.5% in 2012, as a result of the economic crisis and Serbia's public debt doubling. The total population of this country is 6.96 million people. Serbian per capita income is $7,234. Montenegro. This country has a capital named Podgorica. Montenegro is a southeastern European country bordered by Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Serbia and Albania. It also has a beach on the Adriatic Sea. Montenegro's per capita GDP is only 41% of the European Union average in 2010 according to Eurostat. The impact of the Yugoslav wars and the industrial downturn following the breakup of Yugoslavia was accompanied by the loss of UN financial sanctions which had a devastating effect on the Montenegrin economy. Montenegro's economy was in a state of steady growth until the 2008 global recession hit the country hard. This situation led to a contraction in the country's GDP by 4%. However, things have improved in recent years and Montenegro's economy is gradually recovering. Montenegro has a population of 623,000 people. The per capita income of this country is $8,652. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is a country located in southeastern Europe. This country has direct borders with Romania, Serbia, Macedonia, Greece and Turkey. The Black Sea is located in the east of this country. The Bulgarian economy suffered a major setback in the 1990s after the loss of the Comecon and Soviet markets. Attempts to establish a democratic government and a free market economy in the country have further destabilized the Bulgarian economy. The standard of living in the country reduced to 40% and started to recover after 1998. By June 2004, the Bulgarian economy had returned to pre-1989 levels. However, the Great Recession of 2008 hit the Bulgarian economy quite hard, and a 5.5% economic downturn was experienced in 2009. Since then, however, the country has recovered more better than most Balkan countries, but Bulgaria's economic growth continues to weaken. The population of this country is 6.95 million people and Bulgaria's per capita income is $9,267. Those are the 10 poorest countries on the European continent. For those who haven't subscribed, don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Thank you.